Hey guys, Mike Lawson here. So, how to deal with an unsupportive spouse. So, do you have someone that is not supporting you, that you're waking up with every morning, you're going to sleep with every night, and they're not supporting you in your business? Well, I want to give you my best advice on how to deal with that. Now, this could also go for a family member as well, right? So, maybe have somebody that maybe you're not married. Maybe you don't have a spouse, but you have somebody that's not supporting you, or you feel like you have somebody, a significant other, or somebody that's close to you that should be supporting you. It could be a friend that they're not supporting you. And not only are they not supporting you, they're telling you why you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Like they do the research for you. Like they go into finding all the reasons why it won't work for you, giving you statistics and graphs and all kinds of things, and and telling you all the bad stuff about this company. Like they go on and do they go, Doug, I like that. I didn't want to go there, Doug, but that was actually, to be quite honest with you. By the way, let me know if you guys are watching live or on the replay. I see a bunch of guys on live. But yeah, and this topic always gets a bunch of it gets a bunch of views. And the reason why, it's because unfortunately there's a lot of us that don't have people that are going to support us, right? Because most people, they believe in the 9 to 5, go to school, get good grades, go get a good job, right? And work 9 to 5 and then work for 40 years and then go die. But a lot of us that are entrepreneurs, or maybe we have a high paying salary, we want more. And there's a couple different reasons for it, by the way. But let me backtrack and start off by saying, if you do have a supportive spouse, you do have people in your life that are supporting you, give them a big hug, give them a big kiss. Like for me, the only person that supported me in my entrepreneurial journey was my mother. Like everyone else was like, yeah, I'll support you whenever it feels right? But then you go from being like crazy, like I have this idea, I want to do this. You're crazy, you'll never, right? We all have those people in our family, right? And then you look at them, you're like, okay, so I should listen to you. You're giving me advice, and you're broke. Anyway, I mean, I could go on and on about this, but Doug, that is, listen, it's hard. I'm not a relationship expert, and I'm certainly not going to tell you to go get a divorce, but it's hard. It's hard to build your dream, have goals with somebody that's not supporting you. But if we're going to be honest with ourselves, let's be honest. We already know that about that person. And the problem that we have is we think that they should support us, which they probably should, but they don't for whatever reason. And then we try to change them. You can't change anybody. You can try. You're just going to die trying to change somebody. You can't change somebody. They got to change themselves. But it's super hard to build your dreams and build your goals without somebody that's just supporting you. And listen, women that are watching this, if you have a husband or significant other or boyfriend, fiance, whatever, and they're a go-getter, the best thing you can do, even if you don't believe in them, right? Pump them up. Be their biggest cheerleader. Because for guys, that's that's usually what we need. We just need someone supporting us. Right? Now, vice versa, right? Guys, you need to be supporting your wife. I know a lot of women out there that are, building a business on the side, and their husband's like dogging it. Oh, that's snake oil. Oh, you're never going to be successful. Oh, you're trying another thing. Like, how many times have we heard that? And listen, I want to applaud you if you're watching this and you've tried multiple things before and you failed. And then your spouse is like, oh, you're doing another one of those things. I can't tell you how many times that I've heard that. But I want to applaud you for failing and getting back up and trying again. Now, here's how to deal with them. You let them know, listen, I don't talk negative about what you're doing. I don't put you down, right? Because sometimes we have that feeling like, man, I don't even want to go home. I don't even want to tell them. Or maybe something exciting happens and it's like, it's really, like maybe you just got a customer and they don't think it's a big deal, but it's a big deal for you because it works. and they're not as enthusiastic as you are, and you don't even want to tell them. Here's what you have to have this conversation. This is I'm speaking from experience, and because I didn't have a supportive spouse. But here's why I was doing it, and you really need to figure out why you're doing it, right? Ultimately, and if it's just because for selfish reasons you want to go make $1 million to go buy a Bugatti and just for you, and you're not even going to take your spouse around, well, that's not a good reason. But for me, it was I'm doing it for my family, right? I've been working since I was 14. Grew up, my family really didn't have a lot of money. I've been working for everything, and I just wanted to get ahead. I just wanted to make a lot of money for different reasons back then than they are now. But here's the tricky part. You might have a spouse like mine where at the time she's telling me everything that I wanted to hear. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, like I got your back, whatever. But when it came down to it, she didn't have my back, right? Because listen, tough times are going to happen, right? And that's how you know the kind of person somebody is, if they're going to support you through the bad times, not just the good times. But I had somebody literally telling me yeah, I'm all for this life. I'm all for, listen, being an entrepreneur, like a real entrepreneur. Like I have a traditional business as well. And, I don't mind being out there for 10, 12, 14, 20 hours a day because it's my own business. But people can't understand that, right? I have a friend of mine, 9-to-5 guy, great guy, but doesn't understand when sometimes I get home at midnight. And I'm laughing. He's like, oh, you're getting home. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't work all day. You know what I mean? I worked for a couple hours. But people don't understand that lifestyle. But here's the conversation that you need to have. Okay, I want to get back on track. You need to sit down with your spouse and have a serious conversation and say, listen, this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it so one day I can take care of you. One day you can stop working. One day, now again, this could be women telling your husband, listen, one day I'm going to retire you. But you need to truly believe it. Or at least know that if you're going to hit that, you're going to hit that goal, you're going to achieve whatever, that you are going to retire them. Right? Like that's what you want to do. But you need to sit down and have this conversation, a serious one, and say, listen, I get it. You don't believe in it. But I need you to believe in me. I need you to trust me. I'm not going to get into something and waste my time on something that I don't think is good. I need you to trust me. I need you to respect me. And here's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it so one day I can take care of you. I'm doing it so one day I can take care of the kids. So they don't have to grow up here. So they can grow up there. So they don't have to go to school here. They can go to school here. And paint that vision of the life that you want. And listen, whether it happens or not, it's noble that you have those dreams and goals. And you need to tell them that. And say, listen, just don't say anything. Maybe you not saying anything is going to support me. But you need to have that conversation. And that's the conversation that I had. Now, this came from, my early days of my network marketing career. Again, I really didn't have, I'm running out doing meetings all night long, which I loved it. I didn't mind it. But my spouse at the time didn't understand it because she had a 9-to-5. And it was literally like coming and going. Like she had to get home so I could watch the kids so I could go run out. And didn't really understand it. And then wasn't really supportive. Oh, I'm tired. I worked all day. I get it. I'm working all night. But it was, right? So you need to sit down and have this conversation. And I did. I said, listen, this is why I'm doing it. There's going to be some pain that we need to endure. People don't like that. And then it's like, oh, is it ever going to work? Or how long is it going to take? How many years? I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take. And it might not work. But if it does, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of the kids. This is where we're going to live. This is what we're going to do. We're going to vacation, right? Now, again, if they don't understand all that stuff, and mine didn't. Oh, yes, I want the vacations. Oh, yeah, I want the nice car. I want the nice house. Yeah. And we both grew up and, didn't have any money, right? And I'm like, don't you want to have it, right? Yeah, I want all that stuff. But when it came down to it, no, I can't support. It's difficult. I get it. That's not the reason why I got divorced. But it didn't help. But if I'm going to be honest, I knew it. Deep down, I knew it. I mean, I wanted to support. We want it, but deep down, I knew. So chances are, you know that your spouse isn't going to really support you, and I can't help you there. I mean, I would encourage counseling, but you need to really sit down and have this and maybe have these conversations with your kids too. Listen, this is why daddy, this is why mommy's running around, doing meetings, going to conventions. I'm doing webinars. I'm sitting in a room on a webcam every night. I'm not trying to ignore you, but I'm making these sacrifices for you guys. Now, listen, I don't regret anything. I don't regret, I missed some games. I missed some, I don't think I missed any birthdays, but there are some games that I missed, right? There's some things that I did miss. I made some sacrifices. I don't know if I would make them now, but listen, if you're going to do anything great in this world, anything great with your life and make a big impact, you're going to make sacrifices. You're going to miss some games. You're going to miss some big events, right? Some birthday parties. Now, hopefully you don't, but you might. Here's what I do know. With a traditional business, you own a 7-Eleven, you own a Wawa, you own a pizza place. Well, guess what? You're missing a lot more. So if you have a spouse that's in network marketing or is in sales or is doing something on the side, I mean, maybe they're running packages for Amazon, support them. Support them. So that's the biggest piece of advice I can give you is just let them know, listen, you might not understand what I'm doing, but here's why I'm doing it. And that's all you can do. Don't try to change how they're thinking. Don't try to convince them why they need to support you or here's what I need you to do. Just not be negative. That's all. If you don't have something, right, we've all been told as kids, if we don't have something good to say, don't say anything at all. Well, maybe you need to remind your spouse about that. All right, well, I can go on and on about this, but we also have, and I want to leave you with this. Watch out for these people. I call them the DFFs, the designated fault finders. And the designated fault finders, and you probably have some of them in your family, right? These are the people that find fault in no matter what you do. Oh, you're doing one of those again. You're trying that again. And then they want to then they use the guilt trips on you, right? They say things like, don't you remember when you used to do this? Don't you remember when you used to do that? Don't you remember 10 years ago you were this way? Yeah, thank God I'm not like that anymore, right? But we have these people in our lives, and hopefully you're not waking up to them every day. These are designated fault finders. They're going to find fault no matter what you do. You can go find a cure for cancer, and they're going to say, well, why didn't you do it sooner, right? So, all right, guys. Hopefully, again, if you have a supportive spouse, you have a good support system. Thank them, hug them, love them, send them a birthday card, send them a Christmas card. And if you don't have that, join my free community, the Social CEO community. We'll support you in there. We'll love you in there. Have a great day, everybody.